Morning, guys. Okay, this is how you do the distracted driving lab. What you're going to do is on this page is the first PDF page that you have. It's on page 39. Okay, so we talked about in class what it lists 6 different examples of what you think is voluntary driving distractions. That's what you're going to do the very first time you have it. Okay, and you see it before you do the lab or anything else. You're trying to come up with a hypothesis. Okay, then you think what would take the what would be the greatest amount of distraction and what would be the least of these 6, and write them down here. The next thing you've got to do is set up. Now remember, we aren't actually driving in this lab. What we're doing is going to do touch pads. So this practice one right here is trying to teach you how to drive. So you go all the way down to this page, the touch pad. And here is the touchpad 1 through 10. That's for your trials of learning how to do it. And you physically touch each number, going 1, then touching 2, 3, 4, until you get to the end. And you record both of your times, being sure to use units. Then what you're going to do after that is you're going to come up, and now you sort of learned how to do the touch track. Now what you're going to do is start using the touch track 2. Okay, first you got to learn how to drive. So you're going to do 3 trials of touch track 2. Touch track 2 is the last page and it's 1 through 25, so it's harder. So you're sort of learning the course here, again, touching each number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. All right. Now, what you're going to do, this gets a little bit harder since you're at home and everything, but what you've got to get is you've got to get a parent or a sibling or a friend to help you with this. So you're going to be the driver always. And then what you have to do is have a distractor. If you look at this sheet right here, which is 42, it has everybody's job. You could actually be the driver and the timer, have your phone beside you and you can stop it and start it and stop it. And then your co-worker or your co-partner could be the checker and the distractor. So they're going to check your work, be sure you're staying on track while they're trying to distract you. Okay, these are the distractions. If you look at this chart here, I just want to be sure you see where we're going with this. This is the chart: visual, auditory, manual, cognitive, all the above. You can see for each distraction, you're going to be running 3 trials and getting your averages. Remember, be sure to use your units. Okay. So if you go back to page 42, it tells you what you do for visual distraction. So here your co-partner would be trying to make you identify objects like it would be if you were driving it on the side of the road. Here, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing deck of cards are really good. So they hold up deck of cards, and while you're driving, you're driving on the touchpad, then you have to say what that card is out loud. Then you do that 3 times. Auditory, they're going to read a section and you have to repeat that section to them for accuracy and being sure that you're staying on track on your touchpad. Do it 3 times. Manual, you can have something like Chex Mix and pick out the pretzels or something, some objects mixed together with a different tactile sense, and then be able to pull those out while you're driving. Do that 3 times. The next one is cognitive. Okay, cognitive, you got to go back to these sheets. Right here, you have the mental math problem. So this is cognitive. So the person that's your distractor would go in and say 1 + 9 + 3 + 8 + 2 + 5 + 6. And then you have to come up with the answer. So you're doing it mentally. Okay, then you have the last category, all of the above. All of the above, you use the calculator. The distractor gives you the math problems in this chart, and you try and drive the touchpad. After you do that, then you go in and you answer the questions 1, 2, and 3. You do not have to answer question on this one where you have to talk about physics and everything. The crash question, number 1, cross out. You do not have to do that. And then go ahead and just email it to me. If you are unable to be in the class, if you're in class, you can turn it in to me. Okay, guys, good luck. I got to figure out how to turn it off. Okay. Bye. See ya.